Do you know why so many people are stuck in their career, even with the strong technical skills and aspirations to climb up? Here are some reasons I can think of. Some people may say, I don't have an MBA. They think MBA is important to grow their career. Some people may say, I'm not good at communication. I don't have enough experience. And what is enough experience? Is there a scale for that? I don't have required skills or leadership skills. Do they know what are those skills? Do they know how to acquire those skills? Some people say, I can't play politics at work, or my company doesn't promote. Or some even say that it is too challenging to climb up the ladder, or it is too risky. At some level, all these reasons might be valid, but how do you overcome these reasons? If I have to group them, I can group them into these two barriers for your leadership aspirations. One is internal barriers, another is external barriers. The question here is how can you overcome the internal barriers, and then how can you navigate around those external barriers? To take this question deeper, how can we fast track your leadership career to the next level by managing these barriers? So, with my experience, I developed a system. I call this as a fast track leadership career system. If you look at x axis as time and y as a value, and if you put a trajectory of your career, your current role represents on the left side, and the next level leadership role on the right side. So the question here is, how do you go from your current role to the next level leadership role? I have developed this system with the four parts. The first and primary part here is the magic airplane, and there are three pillars. I call them as a fast track pillars. Let me explain what do I mean by all these four parts. Let's look at first the magic airplane. Many people focus on only their role, what is they need to do. But for as a leader, for an aspiring leader, you need to have a more broader awareness of what is going on in the company. Let me give you a metaphor here with the airplane. The pilot who's navigating this airplane, sitting in the cockpit, but he or she needs to know that what are the parts of the airplane, and to navigate appropriately or to face the obstacles, they need to control these parts. So they know how to navigate by adjusting the focus on appropriate parts of this airplane. And if you take this to a leadership are controlling the direction of the company, and they know what's going on in the company at a high level, at certain level. And if they need, they can go to deeper level on these parts. So you need to acquire this vantage point of the leadership and improve your awareness as a holistic level. And that is what this magic airplane is going to help you to get. Once you have this airplane, you need to have these three pillars. The first pillar here is getting fit for the next level role. Everybody says you need to have leadership skills, but what are those leadership skills? Is it same for everything? Is it like strategy, vision, execution, or project management or portfolio management? For me, I simplify this into this level five levels of leadership here. Individual contributor wants to become a manager, manager wants to become a director, director wants to become a vice president. And what we're going to learn here is who cares for what. Level 5 cares about a lot of external branding as well as internal branding, and the employees well-being, and the stock performance and stakeholders and so on. So, but individual contributor and managers, they may focus on just execution of the work. So who cares for what? Varies based on the level. So once you understand these levels and who cares for what and what matters for what level, you will develop a skill inventory, and you will identify skills gaps. And then also I will give you tools. How can you acquire these skills in a faster pace? Let's look at the next pillar. Most of the courses or books stops at the pillar 1, that you need to get leadership skills. But I'm going to take it with further with another two pillars. So pillar 2 is make a strategic impact. It is not just having the right skills. You need to build that confidence and you need to contribute, and you need to show your value, and you can shine as a star performer. I go much more deeper in the course about how do you give emotional outcome, emotional value contributions, functional value contributions. You can contribute strategically by using your attitude and by using language, sometimes even doing the boring work, but your work will be visible. You will be seen as a star performer. So that is what goes to our next step. Once you're doing a strategic work, strategic contributions, and making the right impact, how can you make others believe you are fit for the next role? And I call this in the simplest way, personal branding. You may ask, like, why do I need this branding? For an individual contributor, their work can speak for them, but to level up, you need to speak the work. That means you need to have the right stories. You need to create stories, collect stories, tell the stories, and use some techniques such a way that the work what you're doing is seen as a high impact work that gives the confidence to the listener that you are the valued person. Why? If you go on an interview, what would you do? That 1 hour, 2 hours, that communication what you happening between you and the person who's interviewing you, you need to tell the stories so that the other person can believe you are fit for the role, right? That is exactly. So we're going to learn a lot more about this personal branding as part of a pillar 3. So now to summarize, I have this fast track your leadership career system. It's a workshop with course lessons and guided questions as well. So you will get this part of this package. So the question here is, are you ready to fast track your leadership career role to the next level leadership role? Is it maybe manager, director, vice president, or CXO? Check out this course and try risk-free for next 30 days.